I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really beat you down. You wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much weight that you've been holding, but won't show any emotion. As a man that goes unspoken, now we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional love for women, children, and dogs. We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way. Our only function is to work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that base and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say, I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, and go back to war with their mental health. They grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man you provide, they don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home. That home. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home.
You are listening to CKMS 102.7 FM Radio Waterloo, and that was To Be a Man by Dakota. We are Two White Feather, Lori Gentle Eagle, Cedar the Emotional Support Pup, and her wolf pack, Rogue and Arrow, and of course, Rufus is with us in spirit. This is the Red Road Journey, where we aim to amplify Indigenous voices to heal ourselves, our relatives, our communities, and our planet. We are broadcasting from the traditional territories of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee people. And today on the Red Road Journey, we're going to spend some time talking about men's mental health, which I know we did not too long ago, but it's certainly a topic worth repeating. And many of you may not be aware there is an active campaign for this issue. It's called End the Silence, and it's specifically around the mental health and well-being of Indigenous boys and young men. The day itself was August the 18th, but like any campaign, it's a daily act to make change. So we're going to educate a little bit about what this movement is all about. And we're going to hear from some of the Indigenous promoters of the campaign as we go along. There is a website which you can follow along on or go to when you are able and educate yourself. It's www.endthesilence.com. And I'm just going to read a little bit from their About page. The campaign shares research, resources, stories, and community-driven solutions while providing direct access to mental health support through Kids Help Phone. Together, these efforts help increase awareness, encourage help seeking, strengthen connections to support, and advance culturally relevant programs, services, and resources for Indigenous boys and young men. The campaign also shines a light on a long-standing gap. Indigenous boys and young men have received limited attention in research, programming, and resource development, despite facing significant mental health challenges. I'd like to think by now we know that social expectations around masculinity can make it harder for men to seek help and to speak openly about their mental health. And if we don't know that, I think Dax's song, which opened the program today, demonstrated that beautifully through words and the video too. I encourage you to take a look at that video. And when we're talking about the mental health of Indigenous men and young boys, we have many layers of oppression in addition to the social expectations around masculinity. We have, of course, the impacts of colonization, intergenerational trauma, racism, and systemic inequities that continue to affect well-being. On the End the Silence webpage, you will find some statistics. They focus mainly on suicide, which is only one small issue in terms of mental health. Indigenous men die by suicide at significantly higher rates than non-Indigenous men. First Nations men die by suicide at approximately 2.4 times the national average. 19.2% of Indigenous males aged 18 to 24 have thought about suicide. 7.4% did so in the past 12 months. Male Inuit youth are particularly vulnerable, with suicide attempt rates estimated to be 10 times higher than those of non-Indigenous male youth. The one statistic that stuck out for me is this one. Only 16% of Indigenous people who contacted Kids Help Phone's crisis response service in 2025 identified as male. It is time to ask for help, and it is time to heal. It's definitely time to end the silence. And I love the emphasis here, again, reading from End the Silence webpage. Under the Get Support section, no matter who you are or what you're experiencing, you deserve support in a way that feels most comfortable for you. We know that mental health support can be hard to reach, may not honor Indigenous ways of knowing, and often comes with barriers. Kids Help Phone is breaking down these barriers to offer culturally grounded support, again, that meets those unique needs of Indigenous boys and young men. And Kids Help Phone, certainly a trusted source in terms of crisis response over the years. And they have listed a number of different ways here for support, specifically with regard to End the Silence campaign. You can text with a volunteer crisis responder. And for youth under 30, you would text 686868. For adults 30 and over, you would text 741-741. If texting isn't your thing, you can message a volunteer crisis responder online. And of course, you can call one of their professional counselors. And the youth number is a 1-800-668-6868, and you would press number 3. So what we're going to do is we are going to play some of the public service announcements that have come from Indigenous men all across Turtle Island for the End the Silence campaign. And we're going to follow that up with some of their music, if they are musicians. The list that we have here includes artists, models, dancers, and musicians. So it's a wide array of talent here that we have.
Yeah, so our first artist that's going to be talking about men's mental health is going to be Dakota Bear. So here he is.
It's time. It's time for a change, man. I want to come on and talk about something very serious, something very real, and as Indigenous man who's went through his own struggles, his own hardships with mental health. I just wish that when I was younger, I would reach out more. I would have somebody tell me it's okay to go through a hard time, it's okay to cry. That's why I wanted to come on here and speak about something real to really end the silence when it comes to Indigenous boys, Indigenous men. And if you know me, you know that I've struggled with a lot of grief, a lot of adversity, a lot of loss. I'm no stranger to it. We go through a lot of things that we hold in, that we bottle up. I've used music, I use creativity to try process some of these things. I use therapy. Growing up, it was like you had to keep it in, you had to hold it down, you had to stay solid. I've personally always used our ceremonies, our culture, smudging, praying. This is what grounds me every day. Always reach out, and it doesn't make you weak, it doesn't make you small. It actually makes you stronger every time you build yourself up when you can use your voice and just say, hey man, I'm going through a hard time. And that's what this is about, a community grassroots initiative, a support that you can use when you're feeling heavy, when you need somebody to talk to. It is time that we end the silence, man. And I hope this video will reach somebody that was possibly going through a hard time and just needs to hear it. Keep going. You got this 100%. I believe in you. Make sure that you reach out. And it's Dakota Bear, man. Once upon a time, I was sleeping on the floor. Wasn't long ago. Once upon a time, I was sleeping on the floor, wasn't long ago. These days, I've been on the go, on the road. This is all that I know. Visions unfold. My past so vicious, I wishes I know. And ambitions I grow when you reap what you sow. And I'm deep in this work that I'm doing. I got the blessings, I got it all, yeah. I still been stressing. I got anxieties, I felt depression. Sometimes it's hard to be present. Sometimes I'm hard on myself. And I feel this was all brought on myself. Then I break out of myself. I've been to hell and back. Shout out to hell and back. Police and media vilify me. What do you see? Guilty to plea. Nothing in this life is free. I come from the place of a Cree. I've been set free. Imagine if you started from the bottom and you risen from the ashes. I've been clashing with my past and I'm just being real. The cops coming for a native and they shoot to kill. Something that we all know well. A
indigenous thoughts. Praise the justice, cause we don't see nothing, so we keep on shutting it down. I came for the king in his crown. Ask about me around town. I move in silence and I protect women from violence. All of my life I grew up hearing sirens. All of my friends have been dying. This is the genocide they've been denying. I lost my auntie to cancer. I wish I could call her and tell her I'm sorry for missing your passing. That was the last thing I wanted, but it's what I got. This is the life that I chose. Used to the dough, fighting depression, the usual boat. You just don't know what I've been through this month. I feel like Rosa Parks fighting to get to the front. I feel the plight of my people before it's too late, man. Equality all that we want. Equality all that we want. Equality all that we want. All that we want.
So our next artist that we're going to play for Men's Mental Health is going to be Drezus. A couple of my favorite artists, native artists, that, and then there's some more coming up, but let's hear what Drezus got to say about men's mental health.
It's time for change. Ani, Tanse, hello. My name is Drezus, and today is End the Silence Day. Growing up an indigenous boy in today's society can be tough. Some days it feels like the whole world's against you. Some days it feels like even your friends and family are against you, and that's painful. And in some of your darkest days, it feels like you're all alone. I know I did. Sometimes I felt too weak to reach out. Because of some of the males in my life, they taught me that it was weak to reach out for help, that it was weak to cry. But I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. And that's not weak at all to show emotion. That's actually strength. And some of the ways that I got through it and through the tough times in my life were connecting back to my culture. Through Smudge, through ceremony, through sweat lodge, talking to an elder. And some days when I don't have any of that around, I just take a look at myself in the mirror, look myself directly in the eyes and say, I love you. I'm proud of you. We can get through this. And you can get through this too. If you are watching this video, please share and please help us spread the word because it is time to end the silence. Chimagwich, thank you so much.
So here is Smudge Bowl by Drezus. Oh yeah.
This morning said thank you for one more. Roll up some sage, lit it up on my smudge bowl. Open up the blinds just to see what the sun's on. Now this what I live for. 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 Yeah, this what I live for. We all capable of change, right? I never thought it possible. Thinking back in hindsight, I used to hide behind the bottle, bro. Running from the past, huh? It's hard to be accountable. It's easier to thug it out and show them I'm an animal. The shame, the guilt, the pain, the fear, the gain, the win, the breeze, the bees, reveal, the change, the love, the tears, the hugs, the cries, the lies. I'm here, the highs, the lows, I'm knocking on my door. The call, the greatness, how can I ignore your peace is waiting? I'm hoping you can show up. Your life is waiting. I hope you will show up. I woke up this morning, said thank you for one more. Rolled up some sage, lit it up on my smudge bowl. Open up the blinds just to see what the sun's on. Now this what I live for. 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 That's what I live for. I live a whole new lifestyle. I got my babies watching me. They been taking notes now on how I handle problems. So who am I to steer them wrong? Gotta lead them to the light, dog. I've been teaching them to sing a song. Over here we say Nagama. And lately they been saying keep the flow with me. Show me what you got, do some shows with me. And that right there is super cold to me. me on my feet. I made it through the war, now they know my peace. Created been shown who I'm supposed to be. A father, a lover, is growing on me. Whenever they need me, they calling on me. I woke up this morning, said thank you for one more. Roll up some sage, leave it up on my smudge bowl. Open up the blinds just to see what the sun's on. Now this what I live for. 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 Yeah, this what I live for.
So next we're going to hear from the Snotty Res Kids about men's mental health.
It's time. It's time to end the silence. It's time we start taking the time to check in with one another and checking in on our brothers.
You know, a lot of us grew up thinking that we had to be tough. And more often than not, we had to be. We just laugh it off, say everything's good, you know, keep it moving. That's what we would do.
But you don't have to carry everything on your own. It's time to remember that when it comes to our people, connection is everything. And that's what End the Silence is about.
It's about loving ourselves so that we have the capacity and the ability to uplift one another and the ones around us.
So if you're doing good today, check in on one of your bros, you know what I mean? And ask them how they're doing. And actually listen.
And if you're not doing okay, do not hesitate to call one of your bros, one of your family members, one of your people, and just tell them what you're going through. But you know, it's time. It's time now to break the silence. It's time to get out of the darkness.
Take care of yourselves, y'all. We need you. And last but not least, we love y'all. All my relations. Wow.
We're going to play Can't Remember My Name by the Snotty Res Kids.
Pray for me, pray for me. Creator will pray for me. There's not enough money to make. Give me young savage a break. There's not enough food on my plate. Give me a reason to pray. Creator, just let us go crazy. I can remember my name. The time I'm a bit out of place. I can remember my name. The faces, they all look the same. I can remember my name. I'm a savage from back in the day. I can remember my name.
Talk about us in our cat. Need you with attitude, that do a W-A. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. What you say? On the lose, but I'm built to regret. Need your gang, need your gang, need your gang. Marcus and Tan on everything. I'm the creator for Hova. I'm smudging the dirt off my shoulder. Attention is best, it's we be the baddest. Ones with the status, diamond like Dallas, I'm proud of me. Beer on my hand, no sobriety. Savage as fuck this society. My name been the only way. That's work to a shit way. Humble with a little bit of Kanye. Nietzsche about to go crazy.
Not enough money to make. Give me young savage a break. There's not enough food on my plate. Give me a reason to pray. Creator, just let us go crazy. I can remember my name. The time I'm a bit out of place. I can remember my name. The faces, they all look the same. I can remember my name. I'm a savage from back in the day. I can remember my name.
Fuck the fame, I be switching lanes, let me navigate, no compass. We against the grain, we are not the same. We about to get lost in the jungle. Now you're feeling uncomfortable, that's where I'm coming from. You're coming from the grind and I'm coming from the struggle. We be on the next wave, yelling out cowbunga. Leaders for the rock the world, let's rumble. It's on the name. Bitch, I go score that creator, go crazy. Head down my back, put that shit up in braids. That's an arcade, bitch, remember the name. Swimming through the cream of the crowd. I'm alone, let me get lost. I'm finding my way through the sauce. Show me the way to the time.
There's not enough money to make. Give me young savage a break. There's not enough food on my plate. Give me a reason to pray. Creator, just let us go crazy. I can remember my name. The time I'm a bit out of place. I can remember my name. The faces, they all look the same. I can remember my name. I'm a savage from back in the day. I can remember my name.
Thinking about my prayers last night, had me fighting in my sleep like Tyson in a ringo. Talking in tongues when I speak, that's my lingo. And I got eyes like an eagle. I'ma keep going, I'll never stop. I only go as far as my people. Do what I have, have to make sure they eat. Too much in your hand, but that don't be like see you. Rocking in the room like that, banging on the drum like that. She was dancing in the rain like that, feeling the pain of my people in my veins like that. Shout out to end like that, can't do those things like that. Then I end up on the range like that, then I take it to my grave like that. Don't forget about my name, oh yeah, shaky shake, oh yeah.
Not enough money to make, give a young savage a break. There's not enough food on my plate, give me a reason to pray. I'm ready, just let us go crazy. I can remember my name, got down on my bit out of play. I can remember my name, your faces they all look the same. I can remember my name, I'm a savage from back in the day. I can remember my name. I can remember my name. I can remember my name.
And next, we're going to hear from an artist, a model, and an actor.
How you guys doing? My name is Dawson Passion Bear. I also go by Northside Baby. I'm a touring Indigenous artist from Treaty 8 territory. And today I got the opportunity to speak to and about the mental health of Indigenous people, men and boys across Canada. And just bring awareness to the epidemic that is going on in our country, across our lands, our nations. You know, there's so much destruction and there's so much grieving going on every day. I know that every day that I still grieve the ones that I've lost. I need to remind you guys that it's important that we stay active in our communities. Since the beginning of time, people have been able to come back from very, very tough, tragic defeats. Sometimes our people were almost wiped out. Sometimes our men were and our women were taken. And yet we found our way back through community, through connecting with each other, through talking to each other, having a conversation. Oftentimes in my life, I've had assumptions about people and things and places, and I realized when I opened up to understanding them, understanding their world, understanding their views, I understood more about myself. I understood that I can flow in this river of life. I can be a part of this greater purpose that we all hold in this world. You know, it's a tough world out there, and sometimes it gets really dark. Right now, the energy in the air, for me, it feels dark. But I understand that there's going to be better days. I understand if I just hold on for today, and I close my eyes and I rest till tomorrow. It gives me hope that there is a better tomorrow, that there's a chance that I might have a better chance at having a good day tomorrow. Something good might happen tomorrow. And so, there's nothing that I can say or do that will bring back their loved ones that we have lost to mental health, to societal pressures, to bullying, to exclusion, to isolation. We've lost so many beautiful souls. People that would give the shirt off their back to comfort others. Good people. But I want to remind you guys that in the way that you share their stories, in the way that they showed you how to love and how to open yourself up, in the way that they showed you how to do things, they showed you things about them They showed you ways of doing certain little things. That's how we keep them alive. We keep them alive through us. My brother, whom I lost, Drayden Shambo, lives through me every single day. I know he is with me. I know he watches my next step. So I want to remind you guys, find hope, whether it's a dream, whether it's a person, whether it's an idea of a better tomorrow. Find that hope and hold on to it. And please, if you find yourself backed into a corner with no other option, talk to somebody. Reach out. And I want you guys, if you want to learn more, go to endthesilence.com. Hey, Masicho, thank you guys for listening. You take care and be kind to yourself.
It's time. It's time we stopped teaching our young men that being strong means suffering in silence. Growing up in northern Manitoba as a Cree man, there was many things we carried in silence. Many of us were taught to stay strong, push through, and keep our struggles to ourselves. Growing up, I didn't always have the words to talk about what I was carrying. Reconnecting with my culture and my community who helped me understand that healing doesn't have to happen alone. And that's what I want for the next generation of Indigenous boys to know. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. Sometimes all it takes is one person asking, brother, how are you really doing? End the silence. Check on your people. Have the conversation. Your voice matters and you don't have to walk alone. Visit endthesilence.com. Share this video. You never know who needs to hear this today.
And that was model Tyler Moody. And next we have Inuit artist as well as actor Braden Cadloon.
It's time to talk about Indigenous guys' mental health. We need to end the silence and the stigma in our communities. Taking care of my mental health has been absolutely integral to my sobriety journey over the last 7 years. My struggles with mental health were something I suffered in silence for many years before I eventually reached out for help. It took many years to get to the place where I am now, but I would have never done so if I didn't seek help, which led me to medical help as well. Too many guys like us are thinking about fatal self-harm. I personally started having these thoughts at only 10 years old. I encourage all our Indigenous boys and men to end the silence and reach out for support. Connect with people in your community like elders and loved ones. Helplines like Kids Help Phone are here for you too. We are stronger when we work together.
And we're going to take it back to some of the musicians. One of my favorite, Aysanabee.
Hey everybody, it's OG Cree singer-songwriter Aysanabee, and I'm honored to be a part of the End the Silence campaign, which aims to talk about mental health in young Indigenous men and boys and the stigmas that surround it. You know, I feel like at a young age we're told to be tough, we're told to be strong for our communities, to be strong for our families, and we don't talk enough about being there for ourselves. Because if we're not there for ourselves, we do not have the capacity to be there for other people. You know, as someone who has seen a lot of people struggle with mental health, as someone who has dealt with mental health, I've dealt with mental health, and I try to deal with it alone. And all I can say is that is a long, hard road, and it doesn't have to be. I think true strength comes from having that power to recognize what's going on, to reach out, even though sometimes it seems so impossible. Where do you start? Where do you go? You know, if you don't have those support systems, if you feel like you don't have someone to talk to, that's what this campaign is about. you can go to endthesilence.com. There's loads of information, there's phone numbers, there's resources on what the next steps could be. So I just want to end this by saying, miigwech for listening, and much love. Bye for now.
If you have this, then you have something so giving, so handy. If you have this, then look who has it. Maybe you can understand. All this ignorance leaves us broken. I could never leave it unspoken. Something in the truth makes you panic. Something so true but so tragic. It's in the way we're told. Enter this world with fall. It's in this flesh that's born. It's in the way we're born. It's in the way we're born. If you had the chance, would you change all of these burning bridges? Could you and I be the same? And is there room for forgiveness? All this ignorance leaves us broken. I could never leave it unspoken. Something in the truth makes you panic. Something so true but so tragic. It's in the way we're torn. Enter this world with fall. It's in this flesh that's born. It's in the way we're born. It's in the way we're born. All this ignorance leaves us broken. I could never leave it unspoken. It's in the way we're torn. Into this world with fall. It's in this flesh that's born. It's in the way we're born. It's in the way we're
That was Aysanabee with The Way We Are Born. And our next public service announcement for End the Silence campaign is brought to us by the Hallunci'Nation.
It's time to end the silence.
This message is for our nephews, our brothers, our young men, and our boys. We're talking to you. It's time for a change.
A lot of us were told growing up that we needed to hold it in, that sharing wasn't being strong. But that just means that we're carrying a lot more inside of us than we ever need to. And another kind of strength is being able to open up and share with people. I personally know how hard it can be to ask for that kind of help, but I also know how easy it can be to give it.
If you're the one that's struggling right now, please talk to someone. That's it. Start the conversation and end the silence.
But if you don't feel like you have someone to talk to, you can always go to endthesilence.com, where there's plenty of resources to help you.
Or reach out to a helpline like Kids Health Phone to talk to someone who is always ready to listen, any day, anytime.
And remember, take care of yourself, take care of others, and tell your brothers you love them. It means a lot.
The Hallunci'Nation, the human beings, the people, see the spiritual in the natural, through sense and feeling. Everything is related. All the things of earth and in the sky have spirit. Everything is sacred. Confronted by the alien nation, the subjects and the citizens see the material religions through trauma and numb. Nothing is related. All the things of the earth and in the sky have energy to be exploited. Even themselves, mining their spirits into souls sold. Into nothing is sacred, not even their self. The ALie nation, ALie nation.
And that was just a small snippet by the Hallunci'Nation, ALie Nation, featuring John Trudell and Tanya and Lido, Pimienta, and Northern Voice. Next we have dancer Notorious Cree.
It's time to end the silence. I want to share something with you about my mental health and how I used to really struggle as a young man with it. Nobody ever taught me how to get through things when I was younger, and I used to suffer in silence. I was scared to reach out and talk to people because I didn't want to burden anybody. But along the way, I learned that it's okay to talk to people when you need help. It's okay to cry as a man, and it's okay to show emotions. It's not weakness, it's human nature. For me personally, my culture, my ceremonies, and my community has helped me get through difficult times in my life. But sometimes we need even more than that. We need to reach out and we need to talk to somebody. That's why I'm supporting End the Silence. It's a grassroots initiative designed to help young Indigenous men and boys use their voices and reach out for help in a good way. Visit endthesilence.com and please reshare this video. You never know who might need to hear it. Next.
And what better song to follow Notorious Cree and his wonderful hoop dancing than DJ Shub with Indomitable, featuring the Northern Cree Singers. And I'm sure you can just imagine the dancing going on. Love the video for that one, showcasing, of course, Six Nations of the Grand River. And did you know that was the best music video winner in 2017 at the Native American Music Awards? And it was also nominated for the Much Music Video Awards back in 2017 as well. So really got some widespread showing there. Alrighty, and next we have one of Isaac's favorites, and he is a musician. His name is Joey Stylez, and here's what he has to say about men's mental health and reaching out to end the silence.
It's time Indigenous men stop thinking we have to carry everything alone. A lot of us were raised to be tough, to push through pain, keep moving, and not talk about what's going on inside. And there is strength in us. People have survived a lot. But I've learned that strength isn't pretending nothing hurts. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is say, I'm not doing good right now. And checking on somebody doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need the perfect words. Sometimes it's just, bro, you good? Like, are you actually good? And then taking the time to listen. For me, culture, music, family, prayer, and staying connected to where I'm from has helped keep me grounded. And to the next generation of Indigenous boys, I want you to know something. I wish more of us heard growing up. You can be a warrior and still ask for help. Taking care of your mind doesn't make you weak. It keeps you here.
And here is Joey Stylez singing along with Joel Wood, Modern Warriors. And next up, we have Jory Brennan, who is a Cree Two-Spirit and queer artist and fashion designer who specializes in crafting accessories, including earrings, hairpieces, and bags. And he hails from Treaty 6 territory. Let's see what he has to say.
It's time for Indigenous guys to understand that taking care of your mind is part of taking care of yourself. For me, reading became a form of therapy. Sitting down, focusing on my work, connecting with culture, it gave me space to think, to breathe, and to work through difficult things. Our culture reminds us that we come from people who endured, created, taught, and kept going. That connection can be something we hold on to when things get difficult. We can end the silence together. I've learned that talking about mental health doesn't make us weak. It makes the conversation less scary. The more we talk about it, the less we have to carry alone. I know for me personally, reaching out has changed a lot. And sometimes you don't need the perfect words. You just need someone to listen. And checking in on someone doesn't have to be weird. You just have to say, hey, how you doing? And mean it. To the next generation of Indigenous boys, you don't have to be tough all the time. You can ask for help. You can talk about how you're feeling. And you can take care of your mind. I think we should make that part of being strong too.
As we near the end of the program today, I wanted to echo the words of Vanessa Lee Brousseau. And for those of you who do not know who that is, we have showcased her before on the radio show, and we will be doing so again in the near future as we had the opportunity to meet her face to face. Her and her husband in one of the Walmart parking lots that their motorhome, Rolling Resilience, stopped at along their journey. And she had this to say about End the Silence campaign. Let's amplify our Indigenous men and boys. Let's give them space. Let's hear their voices and their truths. Let's create places where they know they are safe enough to say, I'm not okay. And let's stop putting barriers between genders when healing our communities. Supporting Indigenous women and girls does not require us to ignore Indigenous men and boys. We can hold space for all of them. We can advocate for all of them. We can work together toward healthier families, healthier communities, and a better future. Aho! See you next week. Miigwech for listening.